NCAA policies for student-athlete medical insurance breakdown. In the aftermath of Kevin Ware's serious leg injury, there were questions about who would foot the bill for Ware and what the NCAA and its membership schools could do for an injured student-athlete. Since the injury and surgery, it has been released that Ware and his family will not have to pay for the initial medical care, but that isn't how it is for every student-athlete playing for an NCAA school. Student-athletes like Kyle Hartrick found that out the hard way. Hartrick signed to play basketball at Oklahoma, but knee injuries interrupted his career. The Hartrick have to pay $10,000 out of pocket because their insurance didn't cover all of the costs, and Oklahoma didn't pay like Louisville is paying for Ware's surgery. The NCAA rules on medical insurance and who pays for what can be confusing. The rules have left many athletes like Hardrick in the dark and confused about who pays when an athlete is on scholarship. Ware's injury has reignited about a debate about whether or not the NCAA should be paying the insurance for student-athletes, not the school or student-athlete themselves. NCAA rules for medical coverage. NCAA requires every student-athlete to have personal insurance. The insurance policy can be held by the student-athlete, parents, guardian, or through the school. But every student-athlete must have medical insurance to be allowed to participate in intercollegiate games, parties, or any team workout. However, the NCAA does have the same set of rules for its membership school. Thankfully for Ware, Louisville is one of the majority of NCAA Division I programs that cover their student athletes. While an NCAA spokesperson told USA Today that almost all Division I and most Division II and Division III programs cover student athletes. That seems pretty good, but almost all means some athletes are not covered. Student athlete caught in the gap. The result of the school not covering student-athlete injuries can result in confusion about who is supported to pay for the bill. Some players have been told that their insurance and the school's insurance didn't cover all the medical bills. One such unnamed player found out about the money he owed 6 years after his injury when he tried to buy a car. Hartrick family was not only stuck paying the medical bills for procedures Valerie Hartrick, Carl's mother, didn't even know were taking place. Has been difficult, no doubt, Valerie said. You don't imagine paying those medical bills out of your own pocket when your child gets a scholarship. The NCAA is trying to eliminate the gap and confusion by improving the communication between the schools and the student athlete. But maybe it's time for the NCAA to take a completely different approach when it comes to student athlete health care. Loopholes for NCAA and its members. The first and most glaring problem with NCAA healthcare is that once a student athlete is no longer enrolled and under scholarship, they don't receive any medical help from their school. That is a big enough problem for former athletes that have injuries that limit mobility and therefore qualify of life and ability to find jobs. But with the growing concern about the studies done on the effect of concussion in the lawsuit against the NFL and NCAA could be dealing with a whole different issue. Along those lines, NCAA scholarships are still the one-year renewable variety. A student athlete is given scholarship on a year-to-year basis, which allows coaches to refuse a new scholarship of a player that isn't healthy enough to play. That is what happened with Hardrick at Oklahoma. Now his family isn't just having to unexpectedly pay medical bills, but also having to pay his tuition. Catastrophic Insurance Program. The Catastrophic Insurance Program is in place to provide medical care for a student athlete, student coaches, student manager, student trainers, or student cheerleaders who are injured catastrophically during a covered event. According to the program, covered event means for players on an athletic team, a qualifying intercollegiate sport competition scheduled by the insured person participating school, official team activities, conditioning or practice session. Any injury that results in $90,000 worth of medical bills will be covered by the catastrophic insurance program. Thank you. The need for NFL disability insurance coverage. An NFL football player without disability coverage risks more than his career. Career-ending injuries to NFL players are part of professional football. Are you prepared with professional athlete disability insurance coverage? Today's NFL football is nothing like it was 20 or 30 years ago. Today's players are bigger, stronger, faster, and better conditioned than ever before. Every muscle has been fine-tuned for peak performance. But no matter how many hours spent training, there are parts of the body that will never withstand every misstep or twist, collision, or brain-rattling concussion. So, what happens when injuries to players on the playing or practice field are serious and career-threatening? Insurance coverage for NFL and college football players. For football players at the highest level, playing with pain is part of the game, and often the pain only gets worse after their playing days are over. Serious injuries and illnesses like those that follow can end a football player's career in a heartbeat. An all-pro linebacker is diagnosed with a degenerative neck or spine condition and is forced to retire from the NFL at the age of 24. A Super Bowl winning receiver takes a hard hit on special team and tears multiple muscle and ligament in neck. He's never played another snap. A veteran tight end walks away from the NFL at age 28 after suffering for concussion. A high draft pick quarterback suffered a gruesome ACL tear and dislocated kneecap in practice in 2016. He hasn't yet been cleared to play. One of the best defensive tackles in the game is diagnosed with a heart condition in the off-season. His career may be over. A start running back for one of the NFL's top teams is involved at bad car accident. He has not cleared concussion protocol. A top-ranked college tight end tears his ACL in the Orange Bowl, causing his draft stock to plummet. Fortunately, he had the loss of value policy in place. A college linebacker tears his ACL in the Fiesta Bowls and dropped into the pro draft, but fortunately he had a loss of value policy in place. A defensive back for one of college football's top teams tears his ACL in practice. He collects a $3 million benefit from his loss of value policy. Like any established NFL pro or highly ranked collegiate player, the reward of playing at the highest level are significant, as are the losses to income and lifestyle when significant injuries or illnesses occur. That's why it's important for the NFL player, his agent, and his team's management to each do whatever it takes to protect their interests, since, by nature of the game, injuries are sometimes unavoidable. And the best way to do this is with insurance product and protect the financial and time investment of NFL players and management in the event of lost time due to significant injury or career-ending physical or mental impairment. Choosing the right insurance for professional athletes. There are a number of NFL disability insurance products that act to protect the interests of the insured in the event of catastrophic injury. These include permanent total disability. Benefits are paid when an injury prevents the NFL player from ever returning to the field, also known as career-ending insurance. Loss of value. This coverage provides financial protection against the loss of value in the player's contract if he suffers an injury before signing a professional contract, is playing out the final season of his contract before free agency, or for college athletes entering into a draft. Besides playing hard for their next contract, professional athletes and young players with future in the NFL need to take into account the possibility that their playing careers could be over in a flash. It's scary to think about, and many will never let such a negative thought enter their head. But the fact is, whether you are an athlete, an agent or legal representative, or with team management, having the proper protection in place to protect a playing career and your investment is a no-brainer. SEI Sport Group can help with NFL disability insurance. SEI Sport Group can customize affordable disability policies to meet the need of NFL football players and other athletes in the professional sport. We have worked with NFL, NHL, MLB, and NBA athletes as well as professional golfers, Olympian, and tennis players. Thank you.